What's up, everybody? Today we're going to talk about supplements. Very exciting, one of my favorite things to talk about. And in particular, we're going to talk about whey protein versus casein, that age-old debate. But first of all, what is protein, right? Protein is the building block of muscle. That's all there is to it. And can it be explained in any simpler of a way? When it comes to selecting protein, there are three things you got to look out for. You got to look out for the quality, the digestion rate, and the source, like what type of protein it is. To determine the quality, pretty much the quality of a protein, in this case, whey or casein, we're looking at the essential amino acid profile. In particular, the amino acid leucine. This one is important, it's probably the most important one, but really what we're looking for is 2 to 3 grams of leucine. And if you can find that quality in protein, you're off to a very good start. It optimizes basically muscle protein synthesis, in other words, parentheses, muscle recovery. So how do we translate that into like a dose, or a serving size? Basically, 20 to 35 grams of protein will give you 2 to 3 grams of leucine. From there, you'll understand you're off to a great start, actually. And understand this, pretty much the variation, like that can vary because based on how many meals you have in a day, based on your fitness goals, whether you want weight loss, weight gain, or maintenance. So moving on from quality, we'll talk about the type of proteins. There are a bunch of proteins that y'all are familiar with, definitely heard before, but there are main categories. So we have milk protein, we have egg protein, and we have meat and plant-based. These are the main ones, and a few of them overlap, but a lot of them have subtypes. So basically, we're talking about whey and casein. This falls under the milk protein category. So let's compare the two. Which is better? We have, first of all, the similarity, which is rare because there's only one thing they have in common, really. They're both high-quality proteins. In other words, they have those 2 to 3 grams of leucine that I was talking about earlier that we want in our protein. But other than that, studies have shown that whey protein is better than casein when it comes to fat loss and muscle protein synthesis, which, as we said earlier, is muscle recovery from soreness. A few more like comparisons, I guess you could say, for lack of better segue. Whey protein digests way faster. It digests faster than casein because whey is water soluble. Casein is water insoluble, but at the same time, it comes with a natural peptide that slows down digestion. So understanding this, whey protein is better than casein for fat loss and muscle protein synthesis, aka muscle recovery. So the takeaway from this is, do your best to try to have 20 to 35 grams of protein per meal. In other words, like if you can't have that or you struggle to have whey protein, because we are talking about whey, at least do your best to have that much protein after a workout, because essentially this channel is for optimizing your performance. And that, study, it's in the books. It's already science, baby. But yeah, so that would, if you want to optimize it, have whey protein after your workouts at the very least. This leads you to believe or wonder, I should say, what's the point of casein? Why is it here? But everything has a purpose, always, always and forever. Nothing is useless. So pretty much casein is best used before bed because, when you're sleeping, what's happening? You're in a fasting state. Pretty much, you're not eating for 8-10 hours, however long you sleep. And since casein digests slowly, essentially what it's doing is feeding your body throughout the night, therefore reducing that effectiveness of the fasted state. This is awesome if you're trying to build mass, 100%. If you're trying to build mass, you're feeding your body constantly throughout the day, keeping that amino acid profile concentration up, boom, boom, boom. That's great. But in terms of fat loss and muscle protein synthesis, aka muscle recovery, it's not ideal. Whey protein is ideal. So one last thing before I go, a quick tip that I learned a long time ago is stay away from supplements that say proprietary blend. This is automatically a red flag, and I'm gonna tell you guys why. Basically, a product, when you look at the label, it'll say proprietary blend in the protein. And let's say it says 20 grams of protein. And in that category, it has 5 ingredients. They're well within their right to do this. It's completely legal. There will be 5 ingredients. They can have the first ingredient be 19 grams, and then the other 4 be 0.25, whatever the remainder is for that 1 gram to hit a total of 20. I mean, that's self-explanatory. You want to know exactly how much and what you're putting in your body, and proprietary blend isn't specific enough to inform you of that. So my best piece of advice is to look for products, companies, brands that either have clinical studies, because they love to, when they do that, they love to tell you about it, absolutely. But at the same time, at the very least, products that will tell you or fully disclose like the ingredients and how much of that ingredient is in their product. That's a really big deal. You should care of how much and what you're putting into your body. And with that, that's literally, I have nothing else to say. You guys are fully prepared, at least more prepared than you were before, to go out, buy your own case, but research, figure it out, get your own protein, and enjoy the benefits of optimizing this fat loss and muscle recovery. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys next week.